I have a joke. I have
Okay.
multiple. Um, okay. What concert costs just 45 cents?
I don't know.
50 Cent featuring Nickelback.
Oh
No?
my God. Also, those two would never be together.
But it would be 45. It makes math. Okay. It makes
It
math
does make
happen.
math, but 50 Cent, I go,
But no, it's diversity.
yeah, but 50 Cent and Nickelback would bring two different groups in, and that would just, oh my God.
Imagine that brainstorming session. I don't know if the people listening have guessed, but they are listening to Market Like It's Hot, another episode. And today we're talking about confidence does not equal loudness. Marketing as an introvert. If they didn't get that from the intro, I don't know what will help.
Yeah, if you don't get that humor, then I don't know if this podcast is for you.
But seriously, thank you so much for listening, and we're gonna dive right in. So, Izzy, I'm looking at your notes. You have a hot
Yes.
take. Tell us your hot take on this subject.
Okay. Yeah. So this whole episode is about being marketing as an introvert, but as someone who can be an introvert and who can be an extrovert, I'm just like a good fine line. It just depends on my setting and how I'm feeling that day. You don't have to be loud and chronically online to be marketing your business. And I say this because, especially on TikTok and LinkedIn nowadays, you're posting like it's not you. And when people meet you, they know that that's not how you actually act. So it's like if I don't know, I would say my sister's pretty introverted. If my sister started posting on LinkedIn and she was like, "Hi guys, today I'm like, you need to go and follow Rebel Marketing, blah 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 blah." That's not very much her. She would probably more write it out like, "Hi guys, it was so nice to meet Rebel Marketing." That's my sister voice. She knows that, so that's not even offensive to her. But the thing is like that we all know that's not her and how she's presenting herself. So if you are the loud person who likes to like let the room know they're there, then you should be posting how you talk on TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, everything. But if you're not that person, people are going to read through you. And that's how I feel. Because what if like again, like I feel like you're kind of introverted. What if we saw you selling stuff on TikTok shop like, "Hey guys, if you get that 50% off right now," we would all be like, "Yasmine, what are you doing?"
Yes, if you saw me hawking like cleaning supplies, like a steam mop, you would be like, first of all, she doesn't clean. Second of all, she'd rather buy like a fancy coffee, not like a steam mop. And then she's
Mhm.
also being extroverted and showing her house. Like, what?
Yeah. So just be yourself. That's what it always comes down to. That's
Just
like
like
just how I feel.
Barney used to tell us. Was it Barney? I don't know. Someone told me to be
Did
myself as a
Barney
kid.
tell us that?
I don't know. Barney told us to love people, and look at where we are in the world right now.
Yeah, we're screwed.
Also, they redid Barney's visuals, and
What
it's
do you
not
mean
my
they
favorite.
redid Barney? You can't do redo Barney.
Like, well, it's not a dude in a suit anymore, or lady in a suit, whatever it was. It's like a like it's a thing now, like a cartoon. It's not 2D. It's like 3D. I don't know what it is. I just didn't like it. Also,
I
I think
just
they
saw they
slimmed him
redid
down.
Arthur too.
I thought he was a chunky person, but they slimmed him down, I think.
They slimmed down Barney.
Yes. That's from what I
Barney got on
remember.
Skinny
I
Talk.
was scrolling on TikTok and I was like, ew. And my kid's like, that's the new Barney. And I was like, And
Barney
then,
got on Ozempic.
oh no. Is this going to be on your weekly marketing? um,
Barney found Skinny Talk and lives were changed.
oh no. But I guess, yeah, he just didn't have the confidence to rock it. I guess back to our topic, I was thinking of like visually as well. So one thing is, hopping on a video, and if I was like trying to sell a steam mop, that would be very strange for people. But something that I see a lot in companies is the visual. So if you do a brand photo shoot and nobody asks you what the vibe is or tone of voice or what message you want to get out there, and you are, let's take a cleaning company. You're a cleaning company, but for some reason you guys appear wearing a ball gown in the forest. What does that have anything to do with your company? Like, brand shoots can get really cool, but at some point you have to show personality that you currently have for your brand. And some of these are just like crazy, like outlandish. And as an agency, we're nerds, so showing our nerdy side, and as Rebel Marketing, showing Izzy like chugging tequila or like holding up a tequila bottle and kicking a chair, I think that fits visually. And I don't know if we were to go on a hike and take a photo shoot there, that wouldn't.
Actually, I was about to talk to you about this today,
Oh no.
about something that I
You
was
want to go on a
thinking of
hike and do
doing.
a photo shoot?
No, 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 no.
My face
But
gets
it's
giant.
so everybody who knows me knows, like, I hate, like, really exercising. I don't like to do a lot of things, but that's fine. But as turning 24, I told myself, "Hey, everybody at a bunch of networking events already thought I was a runner, so why don't I just become one?" Okay? That rumor has already gone around. If you were in any of the Columbus organizations we are in, there was a rumor going around that I was a runner.
Why didn't anybody ever think I was a runner? Like, I
Because I
literally
told them
was
I was
tweet
gonna run this 10K and then my knee popped out of place. I never wanted to run it anyway. But I said, hey, I'm 24 now. I gotta get my stuff in order. So then for my birthday, I bought myself running shoes. Okay. So then
ooh,
next, I found out about this thing called Strava, and you get to track on your map where you ran and you share it like a social media thing. So
is
what if
this
I thought then, what if I ran an R for Rebel Marketing and then I posted it on LinkedIn?
oh, sorry. I was a 12-year-old boy in my head, and I was like, just be careful. Don't like make
Like, don't do a
genital.
penis.
Yeah, yeah. Don't. But you're right. You can do our logo. My 12-year-old brain.
But as someone who always takes things to the extreme, that's not going to be crazy to anybody if I post that.
Yeah, yeah. So wait, are you telling people to have the confidence to reverse engineer? So if there's already a rumor that's a good one going around, that they should reverse engineer that?
Yeah, because then you're going to be the talk of the town. Then everybody will talk about you.
All right. As long as it's a
Because
good
then
one.
I went and debunked that rumor with people. But what if I came back with a guys? I was lying to you this entire time. I actually am a runner.
Guys, you motivated me with your
It's
lies.
called gaslighting yourself for greatness.
Oh no. Oh, use it for good. Okay. Noted.
Gaslight for greatness. I'm
Yeah.
quoting that. I'm trademarking it.
We're gonna have stickers, guys.
But my whole
Merch.
thing is this. I am the loud person on social media and I am the loud person in real life. But most people wouldn't go do this. And I'm not even known as the runner because I hate doing things like this. But I went and ate hot wings for fun. I'm known to do extreme things to get the marketing stuff out. So this isn't going to shock anybody and it still aligns with the brand, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not like you're changing you're not gonna be like ultra marathoner yet. I don't know. But
I'll give that a
you
year.
just a year. That's
Just
great.
one.
Oh, the joys of being 24. It'll just take a year.
I'll break a hip in the next month. We all know it.
I don't even know how to swim. That would be a
We should
triathlon
teach
though.
you how to swim.
Look on the list. Eat Skyline, try Dr. Pepper, learn how to swim. It's the important things that I have to figure out.
Dr. Pepper one is so crazy to me.
I think we should do a thing where I taste the things and give opinions of the things.
That's fair. I think we should do that
Anyway,
too.
so
Yep.
Izzy,
Yes.
um, let's try to reel this back in somehow, and let's debunk the bullshit. Sorry, the BS.
Mhm.
Whoever's editing that, you could probably leave that. You could
I'll just
probably
say
leave this
bullshit.
too. Yeah, I mean, just put the explicit thing, they'll understand. So give us the myth, give us the truth, and in all of your honesty, Izzy. Oh, you know she's prepping. She's taking a deep breath and everything.
Yeah. So I think the myth that some companies will run with is like, and this is what I was trying to write down, is if I do this little dancey dance on TikTok, that's trending sound, and I try to link it to my business somehow, that it's going to blow up. That doesn't always happen. And especially now, everybody's trying to be a TikTok influencer because they found out how much they make. So you have to be different. You can't do all the same trends as everybody else. And also, it might not even relate to what you're wanting to post or what your company's about. So you can just leave out dancing altogether, because guess what? You don't need to dance if you are not a dancer. And that's the truth with that, is that just because it's performing well for someone else does not mean it's going to perform well for you. And like if Yasmine and I were doing a TikTok dance with like, I don't even know what music in the background, and it's just like crazy music that we probably wouldn't even listen to. Like, just because we're loud doesn't mean we're right or like our message is getting across. So that's what I really meant with that. So like I think I pay attention more to TikTokers who sit down and tell me something than somebody doing like a dance, like pointing at something.
Yeah, I think it also depends on what you're trying to achieve. So you could do a cool dance. I know there's a lot of on TikTok, I see a lot of restaurants doing like the whole like somebody trips and falls and scans their card, gets their food and keeps walking. I don't know. There's a bunch of funny ones. But I don't remember what that restaurant is. I just thought it was hilarious and then I moved on versus the ones that I follow that give me information. But again, it depends on your audience, the age, the I don't know, everything that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. And also, why would you be doing a TikTok dance if you're a lawyer? And then like the TikTok dancers are doing like that when they're like 16. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not most 16-year-olds don't need a lawyer. Always go back
That's
to lawyers.
yeah, I don't know. Poor lawyers.
Wait, I don't mean to diss you lawyers. I really don't. So this is my public apology. But yeah, going through that. So like what you also have to think about what drains you versus what fuels you. So Yasmine, when we're doing social, what drains you versus what fuels you to talk about?
What drains me when we're doing social?
Hmm.
Doing it. I
Yeah.
would say
So that's why I'm on social, because I feel like
yes.
social. Well,
Like
you
I'm
like to
willing
do the research, don't you? You
like
like to
like
be on
I'm I'm willing to make a fool of myself, but there comes a point when I'm doing the same exact it's happened before, when I'm doing the same exact video multiple times, and at some point, I can't even remember what I'm supposed to say or do or jump or whatever. I don't know. That's what kills me, having to rewatch myself critically on social media. So you just hire an Izzy and she tells you what to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. So yeah, just to take that and turn it back into the concept, I guess, is just to like
I'm gonna give
do
the answer if you want it.
do what you want to do with social. If
Yeah.
it sucks the life out of you, don't do it, because clearly you're not enjoying it, and then your followers aren't going to enjoy it. So if you're an introvert, again, you don't need to be like running around town doing certain things that you don't want to do and puts you out of your comfort zone, because most times, I would say 90% of the time, it's going to like show through the camera too, if you're doing videos or if you're like even just writing stuff.
I
So
guess there's also a difference between how you approach it. So if you're a foodie and you're like, I want to do a channel, a social platform just on Columbus, Ohio's food scene, but you are an introvert and you don't want to be in the video. There's ways of doing it without a face, without even your voice, that could be very effective depending on how you end up pivoting it. Um, but you could still, for example, be a foodie, but you don't have to show your face as you're stuffing it. You can take a different angle to it. So I think you're right. It depends on A lot of different factors, and depends on what drives you, what makes you excited. Because I would love to stuff my face, I just don't wanna do it in front of a video.
Yep, agreed. So then the next point I wrote was quiet marketing still slaps. So focus on depth over frequency. So I even say this with us. I think I would rather post something that like we took time on and it we feel good about posting it than doing 5 like boring posts. Like you need marketing, reach out to us. You need SEO, reach out to us. Like just doing that over and over again. I'd rather do one post that's like memorable than 5 of those. Do you feel the same way about that?
Yeah, don't focus so much on if frequency is not your thing, don't focus so much on that, focus on the quality, and then take a really good look at the content that you're putting out. So, the ones I think that do, and as you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the ones for us, B2B, that seem to work well are like when we take pictures or selfies at an event.
Mhm.
And those are people feel like they either get FOMO because they weren't at the event, they might have been at the event and they get excited because we posted a photo about it. Are, I don't know, there's more of a relationship, more connection with those. And if you're also providing value, so if there's something like, I don't know, an industry insight, that's great. But even Izzy, you post sometimes it's like a one-liner, I think. And I think they're hilarious because it's just a one-liner, like your post about, Canva and how you don't like their new layout or something. And people actually came up to me and they're like, "I didn't even know that Canva changed their layout." And I'm like, Me neither. What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Izzy posted about it." I'm like, "'Cause she's awesome."
Yeah, I wrote, I don't like Canva's new update, and then I spaced it out and I said, "That's it." But, yeah, that's just how I post, though. So, again, that's my tone of voice, and that's how people know how I am. Um, so they're probably gonna interact with that more. Like, the other day, actually, not shamelessly, I posted my own birthday post because I knew it would get engagement.
Because I'm lazy.
No,
I'm
I
so
didn't even care
sorry.
about that. I was
But
just
it
saying.
ended up being pretty cool. Like, you picked out really good photos.
Oh, did I just, like, pick 3 from our photo shoot?
Yeah, I think that they were very much on brand and not just to the business, but to you. Like, if we would have put a weird headshot with you in like a tie and said, "Happy birthday to
Yeah,
Isabel," that would not have gone as
use
well.
my full legal name. But yeah, I was like, "I'm posting this for my birthday because I know it will get engagement," which is
Mhm.
horrible, but I was just like, I knew it and it
No,
worked. I think we got
do it.
pretty good
No shame.
engagement
No
on
shame.
those. So, yeah, do things shamelessly too. If you're an introvert, like, don't be shy thinking somebody's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, like, she's posting for." Also, I posted on my own account for my own birthday, and that one, I got,
Mhm.
like, maybe 20 comments on it.
But you posted a cute kid picture.
Yeah,
Like,
which is embarrassing to me, but I knew other people would like it, so just send it.
mhm, yeah.
And that one was just about me wanting to be a WWE wrestler as a child, but, like, marketing's great. That's what the caption said. But all I'm saying is don't overthink of what other people are going to think about what you're posting, because probably half the time they're not even gonna see it, and 2, at least you're posting and they're not.
Yeah. I think we're just too critical of ourselves, right? So, like, if I take a photo and I'm going to post it of myself, and then I'll start nitpicking every single thing in the photo. But humans are we're just self absorbed. But if you look at someone else's photo, you're not going to nitpick it as much unless you're a douche. So,
Unless the person really wronged you.
oh, whoa.
I'm joking.
Okay,
I'm joking, I'm
okay.
joking.
Sure
I
you
am
are.
joking. No, I am joking, I'm joking. Okay, so I also said thoughtful content pillars like educational deep dives, personal reflection posts that goes into birthday or whatever you want to post. That could be anything in your life. Like I could post today on LinkedIn that I'm going to become a runner because marketing has inspired me so much or something. Like just post a personal reflection. I'm 24, I'm old, I'm going to make these knees work again. That was my reflection of me getting into running. So, and then just use strong coffee. And then you're allowed to log off. You don't have to go to every networking event, which I feel like you could speak on more than I can, because I feel like you had that realization like a year ago.
Yeah, burnout is real.
And that's
I
fine.
can tell you more stories, but yeah, it's interesting.
And see, now Yasmine just shared that, and she could go post on LinkedIn and be like, burnout is real, and people would relate to that.
Yeah. And a realistic photo of me.
Yeah. See, that would
Yeah,
kill. That would do numbers. Just be genuine,
yeah.
introverts.
I think we did record, I don't know when it'll come out, for another podcast, the Circle of Experts or Circle Sessions. And I think you mentioned about that authenticity piece and how people can really can really see, first of all, if it's AI wrote it, right? Which is not a
Yeah.
good, if I personally feel like if you know, if you used AI to write it and you're okay with that, just keep an eye on your numbers and see how well they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
but when you write it authentically and you and like kind of like you're running, right? You're not going to just be like, oh yeah, I woke up at 3 a.m. and did a 2 hour run, a quick 2 hour run through Columbus, and then managed to on the app like track where I ran and did this intricate portrait of my boss. I don't know. Like that's just going to be a bit much and everybody's going to hate it, right?
Yeah,
But
no.
or like those morning routine ones always get me. Like who wakes up without eye crusts?
Yeah, like wash your face.
Like you never talk about like I woke up, wiped the drool off my face. Like
I woke
what?
up in a puddle of sweat this morning and had to
Oh,
immediately take a shower, you know?
that's not good.
Well, that just happens sometimes.
Did you like chug hot sauce before bed or something?
No, it's just like my body.
Okay.
I'm a hot sleeper. I was having nightmares last night,
Yeah,
so
you
when I would
are.
have
What?
Sorry. I was gonna say I was having nightmares last night, and anytime I have nightmares, I sweat. And you just, yeah, you are. But anyway, that would probably be more relatable than me being like, yeah, guys, today I woke up and I decided to grind, and I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. and drink a sponsored energy drink and then go out for a 7 mile run. No, instead I would post something like, I didn't
Are
want to
you
get out.
Gaston?
What did you say?
Are you Gaston?
Is that how I sounded? I sounded
I
French
don't
or
know. I
something.
just envisioned you like Gaston.
Yeah, that's me. Okay, that's LinkedIn bro Izzy. Then real Izzy is like, I'm getting out of bed. I don't want to. Okay, I'm gonna go do this because I know I need to do it. And then it's probably a video of me like running and coughing up a lung the entire time and then cussing, you know? Because that's relatable.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in all seriousness though, if you were to post that and say like, "Oh, I like what did I used to get? I haven't run in a long time. The shin thing, the pain in the shin thing."
Shin splints.
Yes, thank you. Um you know, that's like people posting about that and like how they can over you can always twist it a certain way, like not twisted, that sounds wrong, but you can always make it so that it's not just a post about complaining, but it could be like, oh, I did this and I even with it, if you wanted to tie it back into marketing, you know, you got to stretch. I hate stretching, but it's like you got to stretch first. And so, how does that tie back into marketing? It means XYZ, or you're going to plan it out. You can't just go on a 10-mile run immediately when you haven't run for 3 years. Like you can always make that post authentic, but then you can always tie it back to whatever your goal is. So if it is marketing or whatever other business you have.
Yeah, but do it well. It's my only thing. All right. What are some practical marketing plans for introverts, Yasmin?
Some practical marketing. I would say as an introvert, it helps me to know that I don't have to think about it for the rest of, like, for example, the month. You could hire an Izzy, but if you don't have an Izzy, then schedule things out. So, because as an introvert, even if you just have the copy written on your phone on a notes app or something, and then you know you're going to go to, let's say, 3 events this week, just remember to take a photo, maybe even of the speaker, a selfie of yourself or with someone else that you've met. And then you at least have the copy done so you can paste it and then post it onto LinkedIn or whatever your platform of choice is, knowing that it's more about the authenticity, the value that you're bringing, the connections that you're making, not about having to post every single day. That helps me. And just kind of knowing what your goal is. So if it is that connection piece or building relationships, that's a little different from I have to sell widgets, I think. And then if you have really no idea what you want to post about, again, we are so self-absorbed that we think people have seen everything that we've ever posted and they haven't. Just repost something. Like, let's say you took a vacation last year to, I don't know, Izzy, where do you want to go?
New Zealand.
All right. Let's say Izzy took a trip to New Zealand last year. She's like, I have no idea what to even post for next week. You could probably post again about that Zealand trip, and then depending on your niche or what your goals are, you could probably like tie it back to, let's say, marketing, or tie it back to I don't know, if you're a business lawyer, right? How that trip made you think about businesses. I don't know, something. Or you could just
Yeah.
say, throw back to that time I went to New Zealand. Who wants to decide where I go next? I don't know. Where has everyone else gone? Hopefully it helps.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And introverts, if you like to read, maybe just post what books you read or something simple like that.
What nerds.
I like to read. You gave me a bunch of books.
Because I'm not a nerd.
Okay, yeah, right.
No, I am a nerd. I'm just also a parent. I I can barely hold a book now. Then people come and ask me for things. But you're right, it's things that you do in your everyday life. So
Mhm.
even on LinkedIn, you could post like, I went to visit my mom on Mother's Day. I don't know. If your mom wants to be in the picture, she can be in the picture, or you could just take a photo of like the meal you had. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's those kinds of things that will really draw people in, because people, as cliche as it sounds, people do business with people they like. And if you're posting weird LinkedIn bro posts, they're not going to like you.
Yeah, and even make fun of them. Like today I posted a evolution of the trash logo in the bottom of the corner, and then for 2025 I put X at the end of it. So it was just a bunch of trash cans, and then it was X for 2025, and the caption I wrote was thoughts, because that's how LinkedIn bros talk. They'll post some crappy graphic and just be
Yeah.
like, "What's on this?"
Yeah.
But I did it with X because I hate X.
Not the latter. Right.
Yeah, no, not the letter. Yeah.
OX.
Twitter. Oh, I miss you, Twitter.
Oh. Well, I think your last point, building community in slower spaces, can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
I said what?
Building
Build
community in
community.
slower spaces?
Yeah, so again, like I'm gonna use this as an example, and we can cut this if I say this. If we show up to the Columbus Chamber because it's so ginormous, we know nobody. And we'll go there. We probably don't get anything too crazy out of it, like networking wise, to meet up with anyone. But if we go to the Tri Village Chamber, we have a lot of friends and partnerships that we've gotten from the Tri Village Chamber, because it's just a smaller, more like tight knit community than the ginormous Columbus Chamber.
As an introvert, I agree. It's very different, and it can work for whomever is going to whichever chamber. You just kind of find your people, but it's as an introvert going into a space where there's a ton of people and then I have no one. So taking a buddy with you to network is great because you can, even if you split up, you feel like, okay, if I really get myself into some awkward conversation, there is an out, there is a buddy here with me. But go as an introvert, going to the Columbus Chamber with nothing against the Columbus Chamber, but some other events are really large and loud. And so it just, it feels very different from the perspective of an introvert versus something like the Tri-Village Chamber, where you go in there and now we have been going there a lot, so people know us, but it's a bit more welcoming because it's also a smaller space, less people. It's not like 150 people. It's just, I think their biggest events are like 90 people, right? Their
Mhm.
luncheons. So that or like Nabo, I kind of know a lot of people in Nabo now, so it feels a little bit more welcoming, especially as an introvert. But you can do the same thing virtually. You can find those LinkedIn um, groups and kind of support other people there, depending on the group. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know, because it can lead to burnout.
Yep. So that's what I meant by that. Because I think that's also the easiest for anybody. If you're an introvert or an extrovert, just start with smaller groups and then expand from there.
Find a buddy.
Yeah.
Hire an Izzy, but not
Yeah.
my Izzy.
Whoever's out there.
Yeah. Whoever the 3 listeners are.
Yeah. 2 of them, probably us.
Oh no, I don't listen to this.
I don't
I don't want to relive my embarrassment.
Yeah. No, I feel that. So.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
close this
Wanna
one
close
out.
us out?
Yeah.
Close us out, Izzy. Do your thing.
Okay. We are Rebel Marketing. Find us on LinkedIn and myrebelmarketing.com. If you would like a free worksheet, download it on the website, myrebelmarketing.com. It's a huge worksheet that will walk you through your marketing, and Yasmine will guide you through every step of the way. And if you ever have any email or questions, just email us or reach out to either of us on LinkedIn.
That's just beautiful. I think that we should use that one every time.
I was about to say like the Geico thing,
Oh, what is the Geico thing?
like the 15% or more. What is? I felt like that's how I was talking. So
We
at the
should
end of
have done
it, like,
what's the stat? Like we need a stat then to like what do they
what is
say?
there's 15 minutes can save you 15% or
50%
more
or
on
more.
car
Yeah.
insurance?
15 minutes with us could solve 15% of your trauma. I don't know.
We
15%.
maybe that's how we market the marketing worksheet. We see how long the videos are that you posted, and we add it all up, and then we're like, this many minutes can save you this many questions on marketing.
Yes.
Write that down. Write that down. I'll forget.
It's recorded. It's recorded.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. If one of us was 50 Cent and the other one was Nickelback, which one would you be?
Probably be Nickelback.
Really? I don't think I'd be 50 Cent.
Yeah. I think I could be both, but I just feel like I don't know. I'm a white person from Ohio.
That's true. That was a very awkward question. If you needed to channel one of them, okay, anyone, if you needed to channel anyone when you're going into an event, who would you try to channel?
Like anybody, or are you talking 50 Cent or Nickelback?
Anyone. I'm just going to open up that can of worms. Anyone.
John Cena.
Okay. Okay. I don't know a lot, but I know that a counterpart is The Rock, right? Why not The Rock?
Because you said I'm going to meet people. The Rock
Yeah.
is like a heel, so he's a bad guy in wrestling. So I don't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I were to go on like who would I be on a daily basis, it would probably be The Rock, because all he does is lift his eyebrow like this and then give people looks and then
And then he
roast
gets
them.
paid. Yeah.
Yes. But if I'm trying to be networking and a woman of the people, I would have to be John Cena.
Okay. I think your LinkedIn tagline should be Woman of the People,
Woman of the people.
John Cena.
Yeah. I think so. We'll have to
Yeah.
see. I'm just gonna become a LinkedIn influencer real quick, and then we'll get it going.
I mean, at this point, Izzy, with everything that's happening in the world, that could be part of Rebel marketing.
Just being
And
LinkedIn influencers.